Hey, Kings and Dragons, Strength King 551 here. This is obviously my last one for today. Um, so this is about fan fiction. Now, I am going to bring out other fan fictions. I want to talk about apps as a whole about this. Now, if you guys know what Wattpad it is it is one of the biggest fan fiction websites out there. Most people use that one to write their stories on it. Um, but this one is really about Legacy's fan fictions, but just this one in general. It's not really like a main fan fiction. I just want to talk about uh a major thing, and then also I'm going to bring back other Legacy fan fictions and talk about that, and also talk about Wattpad, and other things, and how I would change stories and stuff if I was rewriting Legacies myself. Um, but this one is really just about what Loki once said: no one good is ever truly good, and no one evil is ever truly evil. So, in this one fan fiction, this is where everyone gets resurrected and gets to see the like Hope's life, but she has like a brother and a cousin. But in this story, um, I think that the grief would be more. There's another one called the Michelson Trio where it's a much better story and all of her family is alive, including Klaus and Haley, and Elijah. But I personally believe that if Klaus and Haley were to die in that story, the same thing would happen. That would happen in every like the same thing wouldn't have happened. Like Hope would have to deal with her grief, but like in that story, what happens is that Rebecca and Marcella, I'll tell you in a different one, but Marcella and Rebecca basically are able to have a kid. A lot, Cole and Davina are able to have a kid, and then Hope and Haley. I mean, I'm sorry, Klaus and Haley have Hope still. And personally, if Klaus and Haley had died, the grief wouldn't have been so bad because her cousins would have tried to help her through it and stuff. And then also her family would have been around more than what they are in the original timeline. But anyway, this is about how no one bad is ever truly bad and no one good is ever truly good. So when Elena is watching this like thing, it's kind of like a movie screen in these fan fictions. Elena Legacy's fan fiction, watching their legacies. Elena thinks like she was gonna be happy that all the Michelsons were gonna die soon, but that wasn't gonna happen. And then also Stefan's fate couldn't be changed. But Elena thinks good is good and evil is evil. Yeah, bitch, no. Okay? No one good is ever truly good. In that universe, no one is righteous. No one is purely good. Okay? First off, Klaus does bad things to protect his family for technically a purpose in originals, but also in the show, he doesn't want anyone to harm his family, so he's a big bad wolf. The thing here, though, is that Elena, you're not righteous. Damon, you're not righteous either. You're poorly bad because you stole Elena from him, and then with all the Cyberbomb bullshit and everything else, la la la, that freaking bro code there got broken apart. The other thing here is that you have to remember is Elena daggered freaking Rebecca. She killed Cole. Alorc freaking daggered Elijah. I mean, you know, everyone did something bad. Elena was probably the most annoying as a vampire. No one was. The point is that no one is ever truly good and no one is ever truly bad. They both have their problems. Okay, a Lork is a Lork. This that he was an enchanted original. He tried to kill the originals. He tried to do this. He tried to do that. Right. No one in that story was truly morally good, but he tried to do better towards the end by creating the school, which I'll give him points and um, pointers for. But once we get into legacies, he's back to being a douche again. Um, and you know, I mean, Elena was Elena, but Damon was kind of bad too and stuff. And I was like, so we're just gonna stop here for a second. And one other thing, well, Elena being Elena and Damon being Damon. It's like, so Damon breaks Rick's neck 100 times with that stupid ring, and he's okay being friends with Damon Salvatore, yet you're going to be so rude to Hope about her father, except for the fact that you need to get over your fucking self, Rick, because all he did was kill Jenna. That's all he freaking did and took over your body. Whoopity doo dah. Go fuck yourself, man. The person you should be angry at the most is Kai Parker because he did try to kill your daughters and killed your wife. So if anything, you are a lunatic to bring up Klaus all the time. Fuck yourself, Rick. Go fuck yourself. The point is that um no one is truly morally good, okay? Like Esther may seem sincere at times, but she's a bumbling bitch and talking in riddles like an asshole and stuff all the time. So personally, I don't believe in her. Dahlia may talk sincere as well at times, but like I mean, she seems more sincere than what I mean by sincere is that she actually is not bullshitting you. She's telling you basically her plans, what she's actually doing. Where Esther is talking in riddles like a bitch, and you got to watch out for that crazy lunatic because my goodness, she is a lunatic. But I mean, the Salvatores, like where Rebecca says they might fight like dogs. They will come for each other. Is the same way of always and forever. But the point is that no one was truly righteous. Um, Tyler, was bad too because he about his vengeance more than he cared about Caroline and everything else. And I mean, everyone it was not truly righteous in this universe. So with Elena saying, with she thinking that good is good and evil is evil, is not true. No one good is ever truly good, and no one bad is ever truly bad. They have motives. Even Damon in one of his lines says, "You want to be bad, but be bad with purpose. If you have no purpose, then there's really no point." And Klaus kind of took that to heart, and Damon was kind of right. He was being bad for no apparent reason in the original. I mean, in the Vampire Diaries. But when we get to the originals, he's being bad to protect his daughter and stuff. But when I mean, technically, he was protecting Caroline and he was saving them and everything else. So personally, I don't think he was that bad of a character. But it is what it is, guys. So until next time, guys, don't forget to stay radical. I'll see you in the next one. But no one good is ever truly good, and no one evil is ever truly evil. Those are my thoughts. Let me know yours. Hey guys, so I'm back with the no one good is ever truly good and no one bad is ever truly bad video. I wanted to add an aspect of it. This was talking about fan fiction legacies and talking about how people are not righteous and everything. And I was working on a fan fiction of my own. So what I wanted to talk about was that in this fan fiction that I was writing about, you know, and working on, this is basically what Hope says when we're young. You know, we're taught the distinction between a hero and a villain, good and evil, a savior and a lost cause. But what if the only real difference is just who's telling the story? And then Hope says, "My name is Hope Michelson. I come from a long line um, we come from, I come from a long line of the villains in the tales you've heard about vampires, werewolves, and witches, everything in between. Um, the school behind these gates protects the secrets of people like me. And tonight, under the light of the full moon, we will be opening our doors to someone new." And then later in the story, when we get to the end of Legacy, she says, "At least I used to think that I don't anymore because no one is really evil." So in my story, this is what I wrote. When we're young, we were taught that we are good. However, as we grew up, we learned to make our own assessments. The people of the supernatural world say that our family is righteous and the Michelson family is toxic and evil. But we learned our family is capable of doing terrible things, um, such as our uncle, dad, Stefan, and our uncle Damon. Yeah, so I'm writing a story where the Salvatores do have kids and have a legacy of their own. We learned that no one good is ever truly good and no one bad is ever truly bad. It is the relationships and people who raise you throughout time that turn you into the person you are. So in that story, basically what I'm saying is that Klaus got became kind of bad because um, his father wanted someone strong, and Esther weakened him. And he even says in season 2, I believe, "But mother, You are the author of everything I am and stuff. Also, Elijah is because he did help with the binding and stuff, so and he holds that guilt forever. Anyway, moving right along, my final line of this is we come from a long line of the heroes and the tales you've heard about vampires, werewolves, and witches, and everything in between. Or so you think. But as we said, there are no heroes or villains in this place. Only what you believe is right and wrong. Yes, I took that from the song Dark Side. No one is truly righteous and not guilty of spilling blood in our world. If you want to be in the world of the supernatural, you will have to spill blood to survive. How long before you spill blood yourself? So with that whole entire thing of me saying that, it's true because Elena had to kill, well, she didn't really have to kill Cole, but she wanted to kill Cole. And in the process, by doing that, she killed someone dear to the Michelson family and basically did all of this stuff. So everyone, and then she also killed like the supernatural hunter and got the hunter's curse and everything. So it doesn't really matter who it is. There's no one ever righteous in the Vampire Diary world. It's the same with Teen Wolf. If you kill someone innocently, you get cursed and stuff, and your eyes stay blue in Teen Wolf. And Harry Potter, there's no way you can be really righteous in that world because everyone's using the killing curse and everything else and stuff, and you're trying to defend yourself against evil dark wizards and witches. Oh, I killed the evil wizard. He was trying to kill me. And that's pretty much what it's like in the supernatural world. Yes, some vampires eat blood and then, eat, snatch, and erase, but the thing you have to remember is that eventually you're going to find humans that want to fight back and stuff. And, sometimes it's kill or be killed. And that's the world of the supernatural to spill blood. But that's all I got for you guys. So until next time, don't forget to stay radical. I'll see you in the next one. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts on people in the world of TVD. Do you find that some people are more evil? Do you find that there are no heroes or villains? And that's all I got for you. So I'll see you in the next one. All right, guys. So I'm back with another part for No One Good is Ever Truly Good and No One Bad is Ever Truly Bad. Let's make this straightforward and just get into it. So I did this when I was in school, and pretty much I kind of wanted to address this to what happened in shows like Legacies and other things. So this is about your image. So everyone sees you in an image, and once you do something bad or something that is not good, they will see you in the darkest way possible and treat you as a villain. So it happens with like Hope. As soon as she turned off her humanity, everyone treated her like a villain and a weapon and stuff. But she had every right to become a villain and everything. As Loki once said, "See, I see something that I know something that children don't. What's that? That no one good is ever truly good and no one bad is ever truly bad," which is so true. And as Hope says, the only difference is who's telling the story. She believed that her family were the villains, but it's relative from different perspectives. Elena's not truly moral or anything. Moving right along, this is what I also said. I always try to do my best to make my vision look in a positive light and make sure I don't make mistakes when I talk about stuff on social media. I make sure I do not seem like a villain or a bad person, meaning I don't get into those touchy-feely type topics with like political agenda or anything like that, because I did talk about why a CW show fails, and the number one reason was because of that P agenda. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. So until next time, guys, don't forget to stay radical. I'll see you in the next one. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button. But that's all I got for you on No One Good is Ever Truly Good and No One Bad is Ever Truly Bad. Because at the end of the day, you have an image to uphold, but everyone seems like you've gone too far. You can't get redemption. But it's like, oh, so Damon's allowed to get redemption, but Klaus isn't, even though he's been around longer, and you're just telling me that Damon did maybe worse and terrible things, because let's face it, they're both pretty bad people. But that's all I got for you. Let me know your thoughts in the next one.